Hello and welcome to Siddhi. Maths is one subject where the number of questions, types, models or formula is always limited. No matter what the exam is, maths is always maths and the syllabus more or less remains the same. It is just the priority order and the weightages of chapters vary between exam to exam. In a similar manner, in 2025 with respect to maths, there is one interesting pattern that was asked in the exams. In majority of the shifts, the weightage that is given to advanced maths is more than the arithmetic chapters. And within advanced maths also, there are certain chapters where the number of questions that are asked is much higher when compared to the other chapters. Let me show you the numbers. Advanced maths refers to the chapters such as geometry, mensuration 3D, 2D, trigonometry, simplifications, surds, indices along with the number systems, coordinate geometry, algebra, heights and distances and quadratic equations. Out of all these chapters, only from mensuration, there are more than 540 questions. 3D is 356, 2D is 191, geometry 405 questions, trigonometry 188. Just from a simple chapter such as simplifications or surds and indices, there are 163 questions that were asked. From number systems, it is 148 questions. Coordinate geometry, algebra, these are 100 questions. So when you are planning for your preparation for 2026 cycle, prioritize your preparation based on 2025 papers. Here, I am not suggesting you to skip any of the chapters, but prioritize based on the weightages. That is, when you are preparing for 2026, give highest priority to geometry followed by mensuration 3D. Then it is simplifications, then trigonometry. Then you can proceed towards chapters of mensuration 2D, number systems, and after that you can pick up the rest of the chapters such as coordinate geometry, algebra, heights and distances, quadratic equations, and you can complete your preparation. Now, this composition of more weightage towards advanced maths and slightly lesser weightage towards arithmetic is not new in SSC exams. Until 2018, that is before TCS era of SSC exams, most of the times the weightage of advanced maths was always higher than arithmetic. It was only after 2018 when TCS came into picture, the weightage of advanced maths reduced and the weightage of arithmetic increased. And along with that, TCS stopped asking certain types of questions in advanced maths as well. But those questions such as questions on frustum, pyramids, prisms, trapezoids, secants, tangents, these kind of questions were asked in 2025. So for exams of 2026, make sure you prepare using 2025 PYQs. Now, let me tell you one thing that I added to my preparation that helped me score 176 out of 200 in SSC Maths of CGL Tier 2 2017. When I was preparing for SSC exams, with respect to mathematics, the biggest problem that I faced was I was able to solve all the questions that are in the book by seeing the book very comfortably. But when it comes to a topic test or a sectional test, I would face a problem. I was not able to solve the questions with the same ease or with the same comfort level, speed and accuracy. The source that I used for my preparation was Rakesh Yadav's class notes. I could solve all the questions of the class notes very comfortably, but I was facing a problem in tests. So one day I sat to think, how could I address this problem? That day I realized that my problem is not understanding the questions that are there in sir's class notes. My problem is handling similar questions or probably the same questions in the form of tests. So that day I felt, why not I convert my own source into tests and why not I write tests from my own source. That way I would know my weaker areas as well and I can improve my practice. So I googled up and I found a open source application called as Testmos. On Testmos, I went on to convert all the questions that are there in Rakesh Yadav's class notes in the form of tests. Of course, it was very difficult to process, so I had to literally request and bribe my younger brother to do this for me, and somehow I was successful in convincing him to do that, and he helped me by converting all the questions of Rakesh Yadav sir's class notes in the form of tests on a website. Thereon, my strategy was very simple. Learn from sir's class notes, write a test on the same topic, same questions are there in the test, and that way all those questions that went wrong when I was solving the test, I would mark those questions in red color, and next round I would solve the difficult questions that I have marked, but I would write a test on all the topics on all the questions. So in this manner, I completed the book more than 7 times. In this entire process, while I was solving same questions repeatedly without seeing, my thought process expanded. My view of looking at the question has improved, and the number of steps that I would write to solve a particular question started reducing, and at the end of the day, I was able to solve any question of the book in less than 35 to 40 seconds. So, for SSC exams of 2026, I would like you to follow a similar approach. Pick up 2025 PYQs, solve them and write them as tests. And to aid you in this process, at Siddhi, we are coming up with a free ebook. The ebook contains all the advanced math questions asked in SSC exams of 2025. The questions are arranged in such a manner that you have questions and then you have answers. You can practice them as practice sets. Let me show you the PDF. This is the document that I am talking about. This is Siddhi Prep's 2025 Advanced Maths Previous Year Questions compilation. As a part of the document, we have picked up all the questions that were asked in Advanced Maths in SSC exams of 2025, and we have arranged them examination wise. So you have CGL questions followed by CHSL questions, etc. And all these questions are segregated based on their chapters. On the top right corner, you have the chapter name, you have questions followed by solutions. So all you need is this one source for your preparation, and you can find this PDF on our Telegram channel Siddhi Prep. Now, if you want me to go through all these questions and come up with most frequently asked models in SSC exams of 2025, do let me know in the comment section. We will drop it in the upcoming videos. In the entire process of preparation, the biggest hurdle for me was converting my source into tests so that I can check whether I can solve the questions that are there in my source properly in examination environment or not. For that, at Siddhi, we have come up with a very affordable solution. Let me show the solution. This is Siddhi's website, and you have a tab called as tests. When you click tests at Siddhi, we have come up with a very affordable solution to convert all the advanced maths questions of 2025 in the form of tests. Just for 49 rupees, we have converted all the 1700 questions of advanced math that were asked in SSC exams of 2025 into tests. Each test has got 25 questions. So it is just like a sectional test with exact and original PYQs, and you can write those tests. So the strategy is pretty simple. Use 2025 questions as a practice PDF. Once you complete a chapter, attempt the test, mark all those questions that went wrong, repeat the process till the day when you can complete each sectional test of 25 questions in less than 10 minutes or 12 minutes, and you score 50 out of 50. This one methodology is more than enough for you to solve any kind of question on advanced maths in SSC exams of 2026. All the best.